If we made it, it would be Bollinger Bears. All right, we are up and live. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. What's going on? We're ready for another great trading day with the Bullish Bears community. Look forward to making some good trades today. Nice. Right. How do you get the extended hours on? Oh, wait, down here. No. Hmm. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, extended is on all. Okay. Yeah, cool beans. We are good to go. I was hoping that the VIX ETF would prop up the VIX after hours too, instead of the gaps, but that's fine. Hey, good morning, YouTube. Looks like some people who are joining from the webinar are coming in. That's cool. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. See, I told you guys we were live every morning. I wasn't fibbing. Alright, so a few things I'm looking for here at this point, guys, is are we going to create a lower high on the higher time frame, the 30-minute, the 1 hour? Let's see. Are we going to create a lower high outside of supply? If that's the case, I'll look for it to enter short somewhere with my stop at the previous swing high. Looking at NASDAQ though. NASDAQ, really got to find some good supply demand on that because we want to know where our targets are. We want to know where our supply is, where our demand is. It looks like we're in a supply zone right now, but I didn't throw a rectangle on it. Nice. Here we go. Nice. Nice. Yeah, let's check out some equities. What's going on? Yeah, Tesla. Wow, look at that. Tesla said, let's go. We're going up. I don't want to stop. Morning, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Thomas. What's going on? Thank you for joining us today. Alright, let's see. So what's going on with Tesla? We had this 1 hour supply. We started to fail it. We failed to fail it, which you take note. We came up above it, and what happens? This supply has now been working as a demand. So I'd be looking for this area to enter long on Tesla. That would need about a $5 pullback, but you'd rather wait for a pullback before you enter, because then you have a higher probability of being in a bigger move. You get in here and you got to put your stop right here. You're getting into strength, which means you're getting in with a high chance of it pulling back on you. It's always good to trade volume and volatility and momentum, but not if it means you're chasing. Let's see. Nope. Always let a candle close or something. Nvidia at the bottom of this range right here. See if it holds it. And it does have a little bit of a gap to fill from Friday's close. Alright, let's go back to our equities. NASDAQ looking very strong. Definitely going to look for a NASDAQ double top around this 14,620 level. Alright, ES back into supply. Again, guys, I'm not looking for any long positions here because we're in supply, even though the trend, obviously being our friend, has been very bullish. What I would look for at this point is a strong break above this area of consolidation, so a strong break into supply. I wanted to test this gold level, come back and hold right here. That's where my entry would be. I would wait for us to get out of this range. I'll show you the range. Range is right at supply to the bottom right here. We see it in a clear range, and we don't want to play the range. We don't want to buy here, because the problem there is if we're buying on the top of the range, we're buying the high and then selling the low, and that's not how you should be trading. So what am I going to do? I'm going to wait for a strong break and a reclaim of this area, and that's going to give me a better entry. And I'll also be able to put my stop at the previous low, so I'll know exactly where my stop is. I'll know exactly where my targets are, because my targets are going to be. So this is how this trade's going to work out for me. This is how I see it. I see a long position playing out. I want it to break above, hit this, or don't hit that, but retest and claim with strength. And I'll put my stop at this previous swing high, and I'll have two targets. First target is going to be key level, and that makes this a 1.3 to 1 risk reward. Not the best, not the worst. But then my second target is going to be obviously a high of day, because that's what we've been doing on ES. That's been consecutively what we've been doing. That's been the trend, and you shouldn't be fighting the trend that hard. So top of this zone, that would make this a 5 to 1 risk reward. So that's what I'm going to be looking for today, guys. And that's sort of how I go about my call-outs or my alerts or whatever, is I'll do it live with you guys on the YouTube, in our Discord, wherever, and I'll say, alright, this is what I'm watching, this is what I plan for. And the great part about a trading plan is if this plan doesn't work out, then I just don't take a trade and I don't lose any money. That's the best part about a trading plan. If I was like on the edge of my seat and felt the need to be in a trade, I could enter here, put my stop here, and that's fine. That'll still be the same entry because I'm trading futures and I don't have to worry about Greeks. But the problem with that is this could pull back right now, and the plan might completely not work out, and then I just chased for nothing. So the best part about having a plan is if it works out, it will work out to a T. If it doesn't work out, then you're sitting out of a trade that didn't work out and you're not losing money. So it's sort of a win-win in that case. So still, I'm going to keep this here for today, and we're going to see how that goes. Here comes NASDAQ coming up over here. Remember, originally I did want to short it because I wanted to see a double top inside supply on ES, but I also wanted to see a double top on NASDAQ as well inside supply, because we've been trending so strong and trending so green for such a long time, or the past few days have been really strong, and all the retail is going to be chasing long, and that might not be the trade anymore. This big pump could have been a big liquidity grab. What I was showing the Discord members this morning was we have this really, really big rising wedge on the daily, and we got a small little pop out of it, and this could have been a liquidity grab. We could be faking people into longs here for the real move, which with a rising wedge, what we do is we tend to sell off. So we could get the double top over here on the smaller time frames, have NASDAQ also sort of double top and fail its supply zone. And I'm looking at YM, the Dow on the 6-hour chart, almost looks like it wants to create a supply zone right there. Almost on the 8-hour too, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So if this 8-hour candle closes and we start sinking lower and lower, this candle opened at 2, so it's going to close at 10. We need this candle right like above over here. And something else we might see, guys, is if this 8-hour zone comes down, if this supply starts working as demand. So let's make this blue, and this is going to be our area of interest. And that's what we'll be watching on YM. Let's see, VIX, good. Here we go, noise. And guys, Oh, guys, if anybody's got any credit or debit spread questions, I know somebody was in the webinar on Saturday and was asking about them. This is the voice, yeah, the other voice he hears, Bullishbrs Jeremy, and he is amazing with spreads, like mind blowing. Doctor Spreads over here. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Yup. There's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, you could do anything really. Alright, so let's see. We are doing good. Thomas says, I loved your comments about following your trade plan. Yes, absolutely, Thomas. Gotta have a trade plan because then it will keep you out of those um, losses and those like chasing a trade, you know? Like if the market's leaving without you, don't think of it as the market's leaving without you. Think of it as the market's always moving, and you're not going to catch every move. What we want as traders is to be able to catch a piece of the pie. You know, we're if you keep wanting that full move, you're just gonna keep getting batted down, and it's just not gonna work. Go for base hits, go for some small wins, consistent wins, follow a trade plan, have a trade plan, and just take it easy. There's no reason to rush into the market. The market's not rushing for you. Like, rushing for you, rushing for all of us. Any of us. The market doesn't know any of us individually. Yup. Very good. Alright, here's something else. So I have two plans today, and what's great about making plans is you can make a plan for the short side, make a plan for the long side, and when one doesn't work out, it's most likely because either another is working out or because we're in a range. And if we're in a close, tight range of consolidation, you don't want to take a trade anyway because then you're going to end up getting chopped up. So my second plan, first plan, you guys know I want to break above. I want us to hold and come down and retest this range right over here around 42.95 for a retest to go long. My other play though, if this double top does work out, this is now a higher high inside supply, equal high on NQ, so that's a little bit of divergence, nothing too crazy, but that is what I look for as well. No, no, let's see. NASDAQ looks like it does want to make a higher high. We shall see. But the Dow has been pretty weak. Let's see. Do. Look at that. If you chased Tesla right here and you had options, this thing would have just went up. You would have felt good and it would have said, just kidding. We're going down. Let's see where VWAP is. Nice. No, I meant today's action. Like if you grabbed it on that first 5 minute candle, it's tough. You always want to guys, if you're trading, whatever time frame you're trading, let the candle close. And I can't say that enough. If you're trading the 5 minute, let the 5 minute close. Because hindsight, whenever we have hindsight, whenever we go back to our old trades and we say, oh, I should have done this, I should have entered there, I should have waited for this. A lot of times, if you just waited a few more minutes for that 5 minute to close, it would have kept you out of a losing trade or would have gave you that extra confirmation to take a winning trade. Hello, new to the platform. Does watch list page not update daily? Alright, NASDAQ, what you doing? What you gonna do when they come for you? No more divergence, new highs. Which means most likely going to be seeing the long trade play out. So again, guys, this is a game of patience. Gonna wait for it to come up, retest, come up, pull back, retest, and go long. Because that will also be a lower high to go long. Tesla, let's see. Nice, nice. NVIDIA filled that gap from this morning too. Yeah. Oh, can I connect the times on here? Alright guys, oh YouTube folks, I'm gonna give you guys another little tip and trick too. If you guys are trading equities, and not futures, not SPY or QQQ, but you're trading things like Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, always look for something with a lot of volume in it. That way you definitely get a fill, you're not bag holding or anything. And to find relative strength, which is really big, is you're gonna create a watch list and you're gonna create a bunch of top 10 stocks. You could throw the top 10 in ES, top 10 in NQ, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna sort it by change percent. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna organize it from the biggest gainers to the biggest losers. So right now Tesla's the biggest gainer. So for me, I personally have rules when trading relative strength. And that's if we're relatively strong on a stock, which Tesla, Apple, and Google are those three that I would watch today for strength. I cannot short those because they're on the strong side. And then same with the stocks that are on the weak side. If I'm looking at Meta today is significantly less, that's negative 0.25%, Meta's not following the trend as strong as everybody else. So I could only short Meta. And what I would look to do is I would also look for extra confirmation on ES and NQ, because what that's going to do for me is also help me identify what trend we're in. And then I'm going to take Meta short if ES and NQ are getting weak. But NQ just broke out of its supply for a moment, so I'm going to watch that. So I'm really not thinking shorts are going to be the move here. Let's see, Meta did have a bit of a gap fill, and it's pulling back here. Tesla, see if it could double top over here, but we shall see. Let's see, I do want that 43.02 level to be claimed before we pull back. I hope the bot could see our messages. Oh, you know what? I think it can. The daily watch list. Or posted. Any reasons no audio? Oh, okay, Nick Patel got that. Sorry, Nick, I didn't see your comment before. Oh. Yo. Yeah, but I feel like, we should be promoting it and we should be talking with the people who aren't members, get them involved, get them part of it. Oh. Oh. Right. Right. Come on, little feller. Oh, don't be depressed. Uh, got you. So we're coming. Yeah, I feel like we're coming into a bunch of resistance over here, guys. Remember, my trade plan is going to be longs right over here. Definitely, of course, guys, remember I did want to short up here, seeing that if we found weakness and a higher high inside supply, but we shall see. Yep, yep, let's see, guys, let's see. Wicked out of supply and NQ also for a moment. Dow's been really weak. What's VIX doing? VIX dropping like it's hot. Very bullish. So let's see if we come down, we hold this area right here. Part of me would consider shorts here, but again, can't really fight the trend like that. You know, if anything, wait for a double top in this intraday spec, like right over here. I wish I had some type of like data feed. I guess I could pull up Thinkorswim and get that going. No, just like orders to be filled and stuff. Yeah. It might go lower here. Let's go. Yeah, right? It's gotta be some sell orders sitting here now, pushing us lower. What's the 15-minute doing? Hey, you know what? The 30-minute. Check out that 30. If we close below over here on the 30-minute, that could be a nice big rejection out of supply, creating a new 30-minute supply zone if we have continuation lower today. That's what I'm looking for. But here we go, guys. Here's a little quick lesson. Because I'm watching the 30-minute time frame for it to close down here, am I going to trade the 5-minute? No. I'm going to trade the 30. I'm waiting for this to close. We have 8 minutes and 40 seconds. I'll wait 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Because if it closes up here, I'm not taking it short. Could I have shorted it over here on the 5-minute because I was anticipating some type of down move? Sure. But again, not much confirmation over here other than us faking out of a supply on NASDAQ. And again, I had the bull plan, which now we're in this area where I would have taken it long. So we'll see if this holds. I feel like we try to go a little lower, but I'm not 100% sure. And guys, when you're not sure in the market, you don't have to trade it. Nobody's telling you have to trade. Nobody's telling you have to place a trade. Take it as you can. No, Nick Patel's back. What's going on, Nick? What's going on, everybody? Castle, you too. Polar. Polar's new. What's going on, Polar? Nikki, probably naked. Everybody. Ryan, everybody. Yeah. Check it out, check it out. Meta, guys. I said that relative weakness right over here. Now it's already moved $2. Probably going to go lower as long as the market brings it lower. Amazon. Let's see. Yeah. Europe. Hey, check this out real quick, guys. These are the key levels. I have intraday key levels for NASDAQ. So I'm going to really want it to hold this level to go along. But a lot of selling coming in. Remember, guys, we're coming out of a supply. And a daily supply at that. Bearish trend. The 30-minute. I want this. What's the 30 looking like still? Please be green still. Yes. Let's see. Sure. Alright, guys, so this bear trade, I'm going to be moving the stop right here. Target's still there. Entry's going to be around there. So now what I'm going to do, still obviously wait for this 30 minute to close. But I do want this 5 minute to pull back to about like around over here. And then the next 5 minutes to come back to supply. And if we could wick off supply, I'll take some shorts there. And that'll be the move. Although, remember, first trade plan was to follow the trend and wait for us to break this consolidation up, pull back, come back in, and then go back upwards because the trend lately has been very bullish. But it's really hard to fight the supply zone. Nasdaq's trying to go higher. Cool beans, thank you. Bullishbrs. Doo. Yes, sir. NDX back to 14,555 where it spent all day Friday. Yeah, this is definitely a very strong area, Aaron. Can we hold it? Is the question. Give it a little drum roll. Dude, that'd be so funny. Like, you hit a stop loss hit and you do like a whole pots and pans noise. That duck, that was a funny duck. My mom's ringtone for me is the duck noise. See, guys, we learn and we have fun here. What community offers that? None. Alright, somebody take Jeremy's toys away before he gets out of hand. Oh, that would be so funny. Like, yo, the market's falling, the market's selling off. That's fun. Yep. They are, yeah, let's see. Let's see, let's see. Pull it up, equities. Alright. Right. Oh, hold up. Aaron said they can't hear you. Jeremy, say something? Wait. Alright, now say something? So, I thought desktop audio, right? Yeah, it's on. But it's not working. Nah, desktop is coming up, so I thought that's where you guys were coming from. Yeah. I don't know, because I hear you fine. I had that problem Friday where I couldn't hear the Discord people. Now I hear echo. Oh, now here's an echo. Right, so that desktop, mate, that's so weird. All right, settings, settings, voice, output device. Oh yeah, default. Wait, so maybe hello? Could you? All right, Jeremy, say something. Oh, see now you're not coming up at all on desktop or anything. All right, say something. Something something.
Something, something.
Oh no.
Check, check.
Oh, now it's coming out of desktop audio and they could hear you, but now I can't hear you in my headphones.
Uh, I,
Yeah, that now that's gonna cause a bad echo. Something something I heard about him. Yeah, all right. So guys, you know what? For the audio thing, I'll figure that out after this YouTube today. But yeah, that's Jeremy. Jeremy's always in here with us, looking for a short position over here. Looking for a short it, short it, short it. No, I'm just kidding. Look at that, came right to that range. That was nice. Dude, that was a beautiful pump. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy. It's gonna keep going. Oh, there's that key level. There's that key level. Nice, nice. There's that key level. Let's see if we pull back one more time. Bam. Yep. I get a pullback here. We got a little divergence going on. A lot of divergence, really. 5 minute. ES just created a higher high. NASDAQ created a lower high. That's some major divergence. Not major, because I would say major would be a larger time frame divergence, but major to the point where it's an obvious divergence. So I'm gonna let this 5 close. I don't know if it's gonna sustain up here. This might have been a bear trap followed by a bull trap. Now we're gonna go see a bear move. I don't know. We shall see. That's why we let the 5 minute close. Yeah. I'm looking at the 1 hour. 1 hour is tough. Okay. Cool. So if we fail this key level here, it's gonna be tough to go long. But we need NASDAQ to break this high again.
Order rejected.
The hell was that? No, I was gonna say you heard that, right? It was weird. I was hitting the right key on my Oh wait, maybe this'll fix it. Okay, Jeremy, say something. I think I fixed it.
Check, check.
All right, could you
Hello,
guys
hello.
wait? All right, say something
Someone
again.
said I heard him.
Oh yeah, wait. I think I fixed it. Desktop audio. It shows it now.
Righteous. Oh, I can see myself modulating on your screen. There you go.
What'd I do? What'd I just do? Oh, I remember what I did. Was messing around with settings till it worked. Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna have a blast with that soundboard, dude. I'm just gonna have to add the slide whistles to it. We gotta have that.
Let me get this out of
And-
there.
I need like a Mario coin noise or a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yo,
something.
a Mario coin noise for profit hit? Yeah. Yeah, guys, that might have been a bull trap. I don't know.
That's a high wave, but we're right back to the middle of the boat, right at 428.50. So, hang on.
Hey, this was my stop for. Remember, guys, I made that long position idea, and I put my stop. I literally put my stop right at these lows. And what did we do this time on that big drop before we popped? We tapped that low exactly. See, the market knows where we put our stops. That's what it does. It finds these stops and it says, hit it. Now I'm going the right way.
It's, You didn't
Yep.
say the magic word.
You didn't say please. Alright, NASDAQ's looking strong. We got a new 5-minute. I'm not liking NASDAQ strong here. That's all.
Tesla and Amazon are
Yeah, what are
right
equities?
at resistance again.
Meta's strong. Here we go. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know, guys.
Okay, let's see here.
Order filled.
Services ISM. Services declined 1.6% or 1.6 points to 50.3. Just barely remaining in expansionary
I'm in a
territory.
short.
New orders dropped 3.2 to 52.9. Prices dropped 3.4 to 56.2. And employment dropped into contradictory territory again, dropping 1.6% to 49.2. I don't know what the hell all those numbers mean, but
Let's go.
they're saying some declines in employment
Help me, I'm
and some
doing something.
declines in
No, I don't need your help.
orders. Ha!
Right? This is quite the 5-minute we're gonna get here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Give us that big sell candle. Big ol' sell candle. Guys, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get another funded account through Apex. It's fantastic. Only $40 to try it out. I'll take it. I don't like VIX as a big red candle. That's super concerning. But where ES is and how weak we've been, and that divergence in supply, I'm holding this short. I'm going to try to let this one ride. See if we could really let a winner run. Because remember, we've been very bullish these past few days. Retail's going to be acing the bull move. Here we go.
Amazon looking for a breakout to the bull side, though. Careful.
Alright, thank you, appreciate that. Yep, Meta's strong too. Meta's strong too.
Tesla's
That's
about to
tough.
complete a pennant in the open.
Give me one more rip. One more rip lower.
About 15 seconds left on the Tesla candle.
Nice, nice. Well, we got 2 minutes on the 5. Definitely want NASDAQ to come lower. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Run.
No, don't say that. Guys, you guys hear this dude? He's going against me.
That 1 minute hammer on SPY says we're just going to crack back up to the 8 period, which is right at 428.60. And if that completes a morning star there, we could see another run actually.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Supply has not been holding well lately, guys. Definitely got to take that as a matter of fact.
Sometimes you just got to run with the herd.
Yup. Or get hurt with the run.
So the trap is kind of that. When you see something run away like that, and all of a sudden you get this big ass green candle out of nowhere, it's not always out of nowhere. Look left and see what happened. See where the previous high was.
Here we go.
If you can't break that previous high and close a solid bar above it, it's typically a bull trap. And you can look at those on all frames.
Yes, here we go. Guys, oh, nice.
Amazon's saying to hell with you, though.
Yo.
Tesla's just about to the point of that pennant, so we'll see if it breaks out and
Come
runs.
on, keep going. Yo, let's go.
Lost track of Apple.
Let's go. Oh my god. Give me one more dip and I'll exit. One more solid dip lower. I don't know if we're going to get that on this. If this doesn't end up being a downtrend, we could end up bouncing back higher. Because of my entry, though, I'm going to hold. I have no reason to exit so soon. We still have 10 seconds on this 5-minute candle.
Well, looking at about $1 range on our opening range here, and it's compressing. Even though we had a wick all the way to 429, almost 429.50 on SPY, we're staying kind of tight in a dollar range between 429 and 428.
Yeah.
So this can consolidate, probably narrowing that range down to about 80 cents wide until it breaks.
Yeah, give me one more dip lower. I'm going to exit this because it does look like it wants to hold this range.
It does. And that's right at the 1 minute 200 period as well right there. So
yeah, Dow's holding. Dow, look at this, guys. Dow came back into its previous supply and is now working as demand.
just know one thing holds true.
Order
All
filled.
ranges.
I'm getting another one. Yep.
And when you see compression like that into a potential 2-for-1, the general consensus is going to be bull. But sometimes those pennants will fail and break down, and when they do, all you got to know is where the support is. Well, that's 428. So if we start cracking below 428, the liquidity zone becomes apparent that your 1-for-1 is going to take you down all the way to 424.
Yo, keep going. Let's go.
The extension can take that to 422. Just so you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna exit one here. Wow, what a great scalp. That was 4 points. I'm up 4 points so far. I still have one ES contract running. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Guys. Too easy.
Apple's showing a tiny bit of weakness here, but
Oh. Getting out. I'm getting out. That was great first day on that. That was beautiful, guys. You guys, did you guys hear the order fills, by the way? Does that go through to you guys?
no, that was quiet now.
Okay. I think it might end up on the YouTube.
Filled.
Thomas wants to know, what is a bull trap, bear trap, how does it work?
Yep. I was explaining that.
What time frame do you want me to pull up for you to explain it?
Oh, I was already done with that.
Oh.
That was on the 1 minute chart. You can see the big old wick on that candle.
Yeah, so it's, Thomas, bull traps and bear traps are mainly the long wicks we see on time frames. Because those long wicks, you gotta think of it like at some point, this wasn't a wick. At some point, this was a full body candle, and people were like, oh, this is so bullish, I'm gonna take this. That's the bull trap. The obvious right here, this big pump right here that ended up getting swallowed whole, that's the bull trap. And that's what we don't want to be in. Because if you're in a trap, it's called a trap for a reason. Yo, that was such a clean move. Oh my goodness. Whew.
Apple's looking to trend here. If it breaks 184, it'll go ballistic to 185.
Nope. Yep. Oh man, that was. Part of me is like, take another.
Tesla's on its last pullback in this pennant.
See, we could base out here though, guys. That's why I'm not going to chase another short. I got in. That's why you got to be patient for your positions. I got in over here and was able to get out wherever I wanted on this to take profit. Versus if you were chasing over here, this wick could have wicked you out. You know what's crazy is I got in right over here. Right, literally. Let me see. Obviously, it's gonna go lower now because I exited. But 4296 is where I got short. My first short 4296. Oh yeah, right here. Then what happened was we got a big pullback. We had this. So what happened was I was short right here. We had pullbacks. It went a little red for a second, not too long. We came lower. Then once we started closing below this supply, and we got this candle that gave us this big move. Jeremy thought this was the reversal here, but I with supply knew that we were wicking this and we were probably going to push lower. So I doubled down. I grabbed another ES contract right here. So with 2 ES contracts, it's $100 a point. Yeah, here we go, lower. We're going to at least see. I thought I had a 15-minute. Oh, not for a while. Okay.
Yeah, we're right at that key level here, kind of sitting there.
Low-key feel like we just gonna keep going. Yeah, that's crazy. This is the type of day you get funded on.
Yeah, 5 minute 200 period is right here. So.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna look. See, guys, hands up. I am not taking any more trades. You gotta have discipline. Know when to trade, when to stop trading, when you hit your daily goal to walk away, or for my sake, because I'm streaming for you guys, to not take any more trades. Even though I'm watching the chart and I feel like we're gonna go lower. Can't take any shorts, because look, we could pop. I don't know. I don't want to lose my profit that I have already, because that was my daily goal. Well, today was a bit over the daily goal, but that's because of how great that drop was. That was crazy.
We got our opening range. We made a more or less bearish 1-for-1 down from the 429. Now we're kind of chilling. I can throw a fan together on this now.
Nice.
Mondays are kind of tricky to throw a fan on, but.
Oh, that's right. I'm on the 1 minute. I'm like, what am I doing on the 1 minute? 5 minute, nice. Yo, that was sweet.
Nice work.
Now you guys get to meet Bullishbrs Lucy. She's the Bullishbrs dog mascot.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you Discord people don't get it because I have my camera up on the YouTube right now, like I did the webinar.
Yeah. I got your thumbnail.
Hey, good morning, Ricardo. What's going on?
Nice scalp.
Yo, that was clean, right?
Yeah, I was watching from a few minutes ago that you were talking.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yo, it was so nice.
That's what we're seeing on the 5 second chart. This is your classic bearish bat. They tend to find support 1-for-1 down from the midline. So looking for support at 427.50.
Yep.
And it came down to 427.60. So we got one more wave before we can confirm whether this is going to be the return side of the bullish or the bearish bat, where it goes and retraces back to 50% of its previous trend, which would take us a whole dollar move from 427.50 to 428.50.
Alright guys, so what I'm looking at right here is ES did break into its range, this range right here, so I can't short it here because we're sort of in the middle of the range I was talking about this morning at 42.94 and 42.82, so it's about a 12-point range. Because we're in the middle of it and we've been very bullish, it's more than likely that we could hold this range and go higher. We also have an area of interest that's holding on the Dow, And we also have that range on NASDAQ and those key levels on NASDAQ that we're holding as well. NASDAQ also creating now another divergence, but to the bull side, because what we see here is on the 5-minute chart, ES made a lower low, but NASDAQ created a higher low. So that's divergence to the bull side that we might see a reversal and come back to this area. So if you entered long here, so now if I wanted to be in a trade, I would do a long position, try to enter around here, stop at lows, but I'd do this low, target about there.
There's your fib band.
Yo, and you know what else helped me with that trade, guys? Because a lot of people do ask how I use VIX. So on the 5-minute, right? If we look at the 5-minute on VIX, since we opened, it's been chopping, but a lot more candles have been trying to print green, which obviously a green VIX is a bearish ES because it has to go inverse. So because of all these green candles, and even on this reversal right here where we based and rallied, we were still printing green candles on VIX, which would have told me, don't take calls, don't go long. This is probably a fake out. And what happened? It was a fake out. VIX gave me that extra confirmation to go short, although it did print a red candle on this one, which again it has to be inverse. Because of all the consecutive green candles, I was more certain that the bears were in control. And now we're going higher.
Hey, Jeremy, where did you put that fan? Where did you apply that fan?
As far as yeah, the pre-market range is where I stuck it. Basically, whenever you establish these, you just find the common low, and that can be your low pivot. So if you're looking further left, here, I'll just share my screen real quick in there, just for a minute.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. So if we're looking at Friday's close, we see a low pivot here right around 427.90. So I just marked that level right on the pre-market here because it was just a common low. We do have our Globex low, which got a little bit lower than that, and that's about where we ended up, the 427.60 here. I think we can probably fan a little lower there. In fact, I'm going to draw that this way.
Yo, we might... I think we end up wicking over here and go higher. I don't know, just a thought. I don't like VIX is very strong though, which suggests we do go lower. But I don't like these wicks on the bottom over here. I feel like this 5-minute could also wick and try to go higher. And also the divergence as well. But again, I'm not taking any more trades. I had to take profit. If I do see something that's super hitting me in the face like this trade, I will let you guys know though.
Appreciated to see that 427.50 reach real quick and then come back up. So you can see this harmonic here. This is what's known as the bearish bat. And usually they're only bearish for a 1-for-1. So typically 1-for-1 would be this leg here. Take us to about 427.50 or maybe a slight overshoot. That's okay. You can trade these over and over again, and then you can trade them back.
So you're looking back at like 12:30, or is that the wrong time on there?
It's the wrong time on here. I don't understand how to set the time on this thing yet. Gotta figure that out, but maybe it's in the settings. I don't know where the time setting is on this, but it's wrong.
Because I'm trying to set my fan on 1 minute on the MES, so I think I have the right low that you're talking about there.
See if I can plot it on Weeble here, so it'll be easier.
Alright guys, I'm gonna be quiet for a minute. I'm just, sorry Jeremy, I'm just gonna be posting some supply demand on NQ to our social medias.
Gotcha. I mean, you could just go straight into the pre-market. About your 0 point could be like right at say 905, 905 to 907.
Okay. Oh, so I went way too far.
Somewhere in there. Because once you see the range expand here, like you see from about that point, it was flat, and then all of a sudden it expanded here. That's where your first fib's going to line up. That'll be your first common fib. And then you can look, and it just trended all the way up that thing.
Alright, let's see. So it looks like we had a 6 hour there.
We could be reversing here. Just watch this 5-minute close here. There it goes. Spinner. Right into the right into the 200 period. Let me go back to the fan real quick. Whoops. Not that one. That one. So the cool thing about the bearish bat is, like, you get this bearish move. This is your bearish trade off the bearish bat, okay? So it just kind of looks like a bat. Batman.
Baddie. That's baddie, bro.
It's baddie. So then you go and you look for the reversal, and you oftentimes will get a double bottom, and typically they'll reach a full deviation below the previous low. And this time it's gone there, but it really just bounced off the blowbacks low. You can see here. Not overshot by a point or two, but there it is. So here's your double bottom, and this is nice to see for a reversal. But just like any other double bottom, we don't trust it until it confirms a break above R1, because sometimes these will range out and become a bear flag and break lower, and then you get a bearish 1-for-1 out of this. That's when I'll take my lower fan and I'll start stretching it out like this. Basically mimic the upper fan. So if we break this common area here, this is the critical pivot. It's right at that 428 level. If it breaks that with too much force and goes below 427.50, we could see a bearish retrace of our measured moves.
So you use two fans.
Yep, I just stacked them, one bearish, one bullish, right at the same pivot. So we got a nice double bottom. We achieved a reach to R1. We didn't breach it though. So this next couple of moves will tell us what's going to happen. So we'll get typical retracement to about the mean, which is the middle of the range that the double bottom is. And if we snap that level and hit the low one more time, we can oftentimes turn this into a bear flag and start getting a bearish 1-for-1 out of that. But if we hold here off the median and we start to swoop up, we get the pullback, which would be nicely appreciated, and then we'll get a surge right through R1. So it can go either way. We wait for this pattern to break before we go and start trading it.
Alright, sorry guys, give me 1 sec.
Thank you.
No problem. And eventually I'll fix the time scale on this thing. I don't know quite enough about how to fix that on TradingView just yet.
Oh, what are you trying to do? I'm sort of getting used to TradingView.
So it displays the wrong time. I don't know what time zone it has me in, but it's like
Oh, hit where is it?
Bermuda or something.
Hit right here.
What do you got?
Bottom right, next to the ETH and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
And then you're able to, yeah.
Hey. All right. Let's go to New York.
Alright.
Cool. That makes sense now. Thanks, man.
Sure. Alright, 6 hour demand on NQ. 1-4.
Back to an 830 0 point. That's what I had 905 on Weeble. Weeble was a little weird this morning, though.
Yeah, what's going on with it?
Well, when I was watching the opening 5-second chart, got this weird pile of wicks here where things were just being screwy. Like, whoa, what the hell? Yeah, it's being weird.
Oh, see, I'm
I've never
glad.
seen anything like that before. I've seen that on penny stocks that were just illiquid, but
Let's see.
now for some reason my mouse is hiding behind my chart.
What?
I don't pointer. Yeah, still got the same distortion. What in the world?
I don't have much key levels on NQ over here. I gotta plot some more key levels.
Dope. Now I goofed it.
Quick, Control Z, Control Z.
That's what happens when I can't see my mouse clicker pointer. But we could be bulls here now.
Yep.
Retrace that bat. So whenever you see this big move right here, your trade will be break of R1, and you want to see a 50% retracement of this whole trend here. So your target will be up here, and it slopes a little bit. So you're going to see probably about 428.60 would be an extension on that.
Alright, let's see if we go higher, guys. We did break out of supply on NASDAQ, which again, once we break a supply or a demand zone, it becomes invalid. The reason I'm saving this is because it only broke it on the 5 minute, and it only closed above it once, and it wicked above it about 2 times. It's still considered a broken zone, but I'm keeping it also so when we do close above it strong, we could use this supply as demand. Alright, let's see. Oh, and I do have to wrap it up a little early, guys. I have a meeting at 11, so I'll probably wrap it up around like 10:55-ish. But it's with Casper, so he'll understand if I'm a little late.
Yeah.
He knows I'm doing stuff. Let's see. Alright, we also got Dow, guys. If anybody trades the Dow, we've got 4 big wicks to the bottom, which suggests that bears were really trying to control it down here. And each time it came over here, bulls said no way, and hit it back up. Yeah, I didn't know. I'm just noticing now the Dow is just whole numbers. How come I never noticed that? Like, I thought it would have ticks like ES and NQ. Alright, anybody in the YouTube, you guys got any questions or chart recommendations or want to go over anything? You know, we're here again and we're here every day and we're here to help you guys. So if you guys got any questions, don't hesitate. You let us know. In my opinion, I know I was saying a little bullish because we're rejecting down here, but definitely got to hold it strong here. I don't know if this has been a lot of liquidity grabs or what, but the divergence is still there. It's just so weak. I feel like if we wanted to reverse higher, we would have reversed higher already.
Yeah, this is looking more like a bear flag as time goes on.
Alright, I'm just checking our website. Earlier I mentioned how we had a little bit of the technical difficulties when you log in. Nadeem just said he fixed it, so let's see.
Sweet.
Bullishbrs. Members. I see not much strength to the upside over here. But if you were in this trade and you have your stop here, you're able to hold this trade till it goes to take profit. Because if we're trading futures, we don't have to worry about the theta decay or anything like that. Alright, so let's see. Did I log in?
Right.
I did log in.
We're starting the last wave of this this harmonic at the bottom here. Either it'll be a reversal here or it'll be a bear flag.
Oh no, it's still doing it. And remember, the longer we stay in a consolidation, the more liquidity that's grabbed. So the bigger the move, the bigger the impulse move we might get.
Alright, well, we just reached the angular for R1. Now we're printing bars. Let's get 1 bar above and we're good. At
You
least
guys,
for the
don't...
retracement.
Can you please take a look at ABD? Adobe. What up, Adobe?
I haven't traded that one in a minute.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while. And Nvidia is starting to show signs of maybe retracing that big spike this morning. Or half of it, which would be about 393-ish.
Alright, so Adobe, I'm going to take a quick look for you, and we'll see if we could find any supply or demand zones. So what I would look for right here on the daily is you see how, now this is sort of a gap zone, but I like it because, well, it was a gap zone, but it was a drop, it was a base, and then it was a drop, and we had two big drop candles right after. So we'll mark that out for you. Daily.
Amazon and Tesla looking strong.
To be honest, I would mark this whole top area over here because this is where we reversed from this bull trend last time. That way, when you have a supply zone there, it'll keep you out of taking longs there. And look at how well it played off. Look at that, perfectly. That was pretty nice. I didn't even look for like first. That was nice. I plotted that supply, and it worked out almost perfect. What's the high of this candle? 438.53. Oh man, 438.61. It was 3 cents away from that supply. Let's see, let's break it down into the 2 hour now. So what I would do on something like Adobe is I would plot key levels, try to find some areas that worked as support and resistance. This is a good one. Let's see, I guess right here would be a good one, but I want to look, here we go. This is a really good one, and let me tell you why that's a really good one. Obviously we held it as support, then we used it as resistance, 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 support, resistance, then we broke it, and then we used it as support. So what you could do is you could have this 41356 level, you could add an alert there, and you could look to enter a long position once we pull back over there. That is a $16 pullback, so it most likely won't be happening within the next few days, but it's possible, and again, it's a key level, so you got to give it some time, and it is a big ATR of a stock. It does have a big good range on it, so you could see it in a couple days. We'll see. And then I would play this range. I would short near supply, I would go long near key level. Let's see real quick. Do we have anything smaller? 1 hour. You could sort of make a demand zone right here on this key level, but instead of adding too many lines, I'm just going to throw a little rectangle, make it green, and remember that this is a demand area, and a strong one because it has the key level lined up with it as well. Alright, so let's see, that's that, and then you could always check the 30-minute and 15-minute. Nice 30-minute right there maybe, or a 45. Could have marked this off as like a 30 maybe, let's see. Right, like, you know, if you want to give it a tighter range, remember the smaller time frames you go when creating supply and demand, the smaller the range you're creating, so you could give yourself a good range to trade. So you're going to mark this off, you could do a green, and you could just do that as a 30 minute. I'm going to go green.
Did Sig just make a video, or is that an old one?
Did he? Did he post it?
Yeah, maybe. Finally, a little rounding top on the 5-second chart. Let's see if it holds. Always watch that 200 period simple moving average, guys, on every time frame. That thing has never failed me. There we go, we're going to finish that move. 428.50 is target.
All right, so that's Adobe. If you do, again, guys, if you guys got any other chart recommendations, just let me know. Equities work, futures work, supply and demand is a great tool, but you do want to be using it on a high liquid stock or high liquid future, which futures are always high liquidity. And the reason for that is so supply and demand is valid. The whole point of supply and demand is catching where institutions are buying, catching where institutions are selling. And if institutions aren't really pushing your stock too much, you're not going to really see that valid of supply and demand. Let's see. Let's check out how equities are doing. Oh, look at... Yeah, I love looking back. Look at that. Look at this bull move working out. So close to take profit on that if anybody took that.
I think that was it. Not quite the 428.50, but got close. Now we're pulling back to angular R1. Might finish the move after all. That's good retracement. I love my 5-second chart. There's extension over retracement. Come on, Bella, you can do it. Blast through that 20 period and it's game on for that finish move. Otherwise it can go and grind away in a slow trend here. So you can start to see this little rounding bottom happening here. We got slightly higher lows over and over and over again. And you got slightly higher highs over and over and over again. They'll often get a pullback. We tagged the 200 yet again. Now what? We will either see a quick bear move straight down to the support for 27.72.
No problem, NS.
A bounce here off the 200 period and rip right back to finish the target of 428.50.
I can hardly hear you. Oh, my bad. NS, is that better? I was sitting back for a sec. I was just saying, no problem. Hey, we got a bunch of...
Second cup of coffee. I haven't had a second cup of coffee yet.
Oh, I haven't had a first. Yo, I ran out yesterday.
Oh.
I know. How am I this energized? Because the stock market makes me this happy. Woo!
It's one of the main things I oversupply in my pantry is coffee beans.
Nice.
Although there's some argument to be had there because our coffee beans do eventually go bad, but not in my house. They're too fast.
I feel like we go higher on this, but what's VIX doing?
Yeah, there's a Bollinger.
Yeah, I don't know.
Show.
For show. See, I sort of want to grab a long here, guys, because I do feel like we're going to go up to this take profit at least. But I'm not going to, because again, I had my daily goal. I went over it and I hit it, so I'm locking it in. Can't lose if you don't trade.
Cash is a position.
That's right. Amen.
Sit tight and wait for this opening range to do something. However,
oh, guys, don't forget, would appreciate it if you guys don't mind just dropping a like. If you do like what you're watching, if you do enjoy the supply and demand, I would definitely appreciate it. One like goes a long way. And, yeah, and again, we do this every morning.
Yeah, we're all about it. Alright, I'm going to probably reboot my Webull app because these wicks are erroneous. They're not really there.
Sure.
Something going on. But we did achieve 50% more or less of this trend here as promised. We went right up to it, 428.50.
Pop right here.
428.48 was where it ended up. So effectively that's done. Your bearish bat retracement is done. We did get that slow moving retracement or reversal off the bottom here.
Yo.
Where is our range? Let's look further left.
Yo, what? That's crazy, guys.
428.74 was the high before the close on Friday, right?
Yes.
Guess where we're going now. So
Yeah.
if we can break that 428.50 target, the extension will take us to 428.74.
Oh, let's see. 3-1's about to hit on this risk-reward trade. Here we go. Oh man, see, oh, I wish I got long over here. I wish I got long where I said I wanted to go long, or long over here. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Can't trade like that. That's not a trade style. It's not a strategy, and it's not how you'll succeed.
That's what those spread adapter
Yeah, there you go.
because you've locked in your profit with the conversion, and then you can take it back once you see a reversal, so that you can close that short position and leave the long position alone. And essentially, your premise is to use your existing position to generate income.
Yep. Yep.
And there's so many different ways to trade options that are so far beyond open and close, guys. You have no idea what's out there. It's huge. I was explaining the modified wheel trade strategy that I've written about, talked about till I was blue in the face.
Nasdaq strong.
I explained it in person to a fund manager yesterday, and he's like, "Okay, explain it to me as if I'm a 10-year-old." Okay, so went down to the basics on that, and it's still a little bit hard to get a hold of how to combine your price action trading with that ability to adapt and kind of mold your options trading. But once you get it, once it clicks, it's like, man, this is just a money maker. And I think Amy, Rule 1 investor there, she got it, and she went with TQQQ for a wheel trade strategy with the adaptive short legs. And it is crazy how fast you can make return on investment on that. And like currently I'm running it with OPEN, and as of today my cost basis is negative 30 cents on that thing.
Nice.
So I'll just
Damn.
continue to make income on that.
You're the margin calling the calling the broker.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a different thing. So like if enough folks out there on Reddit were to follow a certain trade on
Right.
SPY, they could technically bankrupt Robinhood.
Guys, we could do that, right? Over here on the YouTube channel, you guys will call your
Sure.
friends over, we'll get some more viewers in here, and we'll start to crash Robinhood. And profit take profit hit. That was beautiful. What a trade, guys.
We only need about 4 million people to take the same trade to make this happen.
Oh, that's it.
But it's theoretically possible to break Robinhood with that kind of number.
Yep. Yo, look at that 3-to-1 profit hit. That's nice, guys. That's what it's all about. Even if you entered on this 5-minute, because you saw it was a basing. Another 3-to-1. But now, do we go lower here?
I got Apple looking strong. I've got Amazon
Yeah.
looking strong. I probably have Tesla running some follow through.
Yeah, Tesla's back to VWAP. It broke through it for a moment. Now it's sort of sitting there. We'll see how it looks. Meta is pushing higher too. Very good. Nvidia's been just like chilling today.
Yeah.
Nvidia's like, I'm tired, yo.
Well,
Did too much work.
If it
Google,
cracks that
nice.
previous low, if Nvidia gets below 380, hate to say it, but it's going to retrace at least half of that big ass bullish move it had. Just saying.
Yep. Very nice, very nice. Adobe holding that 30-minute demand. How did you know ES was buy instead of sell? So that I was just using I was just using market context. I had a few things that were telling me we were bullish there. Yeah, wow, look at that key level now. If if that was the take profit, that trade would have been a 4.5 to 1. Oh man, guys. Again, I ain't upset that I missed it, because I don't see it as I missed it. I see it as I did mentally catch it, because I was able, you guys were all witness to that. I was saying down here at the bottom while we were wicking that we're going to go higher. While everybody was saying bear, gotta go higher. What you
I
gonna say?
scalped it all the way up there.
Hey, let's go. That's what I
Where
like
our
to hear.
targets were.
Yes, I got that.
Nice. You guys hear that? People in our Discord hitting those. It's just a daily over here. It's how we do it. So let me explain real quick a few confirmations on to go long, not short here. The first thing I saw that suggested that was the divergence. And that divergence was on the 5 minutes. So ES created lower lows. NASDAQ created higher lows. And
Ricardo had his fan on.
Ricardo had his fan on. Fan is another way to catch moves like this too.
Oh, baby.
But
Money fan.
there you go. I'm gonna just explain my way real quick because
Yep,
one of
yep,
the Thomas asked in the YouTube how I knew to go long, not short there. So yeah, the divergence was one thing. Another thing was where VIX was at. So remember earlier I caught that down move because VIX was pushing green. Now what happened? VIX started to push red again. And if you want an inverse VIX, it's what you want when you're trading. So there was the VIX confirmation, there was the divergence confirmation, there was also confirmation on all these wicks over here. When I see a lot of clustered wicks on the 5 minute, what that's telling me is there's a lot of sellers that are just keep getting eaten up. There's a lot of buyers sitting here saying, this is our zone. We are not going lower. Buyers were holding this like a wall. It might not have wicked off the same exact price level each time, but every time it came over here, big wick up, big wick up, big wick up, big wick up. So that would suggest that we're going to reverse too, because buyers are holding it. And also, we were sort of right over here. We're at the bottom of our range that we were in. So our range for today was sort of, for the moment, was up here and was like I marked down here before. This was sort of the middle of the range, but you see how we held a couple of times pretty strong. So that's the thing with key levels too, guys, is you could go into the 5 minute, 15 minute and have key levels everywhere and trade key levels and supply and demand and do great. I personally only like key levels on higher time frames, but if I am doing intraday stuff like this where I'm looking for areas that have held before, I will look into a smaller time frame like this 5 or a 15 and say, okay, supported, then it was resistance, then it was support, and here we are again with it holding as support. So now that's confirmation of us being at support. That's confirmation of us wicking at support, which means buyers are coming in and holding sellers up. And another thing was NASDAQ broke out of supply this morning. So that's telling me supplies are still not holding up. That's 3 confirmations. Throw VIX in there. VIX is a 3rd confirmation. I mean, it's all just, you just got to listen to what the market says. You just got to be patient and wait for some type of clue or sign that says, hey, we're going to reverse here. That's what supply and demand is for reversal trades. You want to find strong areas that pumped us because that liquidity will, once we get back down there, will pump us again. NASDAQ holding stronger. ES is a little red. I never like to trade it too when they're divergent on the 5 minute time frame like this, because that's a little more difficult. You want ES and NQ both rejecting and both going in the same direction. So what I do, I saw this Wix, I saw the key level, I saw the divergence, I saw VIX, and I said we're going to go higher here. And what happened? We went higher here. Another reason for that is because we failed the supply again, but this sell-off didn't even reach to where that sell-off was, so it tells me the supply zone even is getting weaker, or at least this area of the supply zone is getting weaker. And that's about it. That was my reason for why we were going long there.
All right, guys, I'm done for the day. Have a good day and all the best in the market.
Hey, take care. Good stuff, Ricardo.
Thank you.
That money
Peace.
fan, baby.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
patent your name on that money fan.
Take care.
Peace.
It's kind of great to have such a diversity of analysis styles, and now we have Kevin here with quite a few more.
Oh yeah.
It is epic because it gives everybody a chance to pick and choose the pieces that work best for them personally, and that's all of you guys. And we got a diverse background in understanding many of these different analysis styles, so we can explain them to you one at a time, all the time. You converge them, pick and choose, put it together for you. That is the key. And Ricardo here is a perfect example. He picked up on that fast fib ban and
Yeah.
is running with it. So it's something I've kind of been stumbling into over the past 6 or 8 months with the fans I've been printing, and drawing them manually, understanding how they work when you draw them manually, and then discovering a quick drawing tool to just make it happen. It's like, aha, now I have an edge. So understanding the details of what specific combination of analysis styles works best for you is going to be crucial. You got to understand how they work, how things move, how things are supposed to line up for you to take a trade. That is it. Once you get those little details worked out, then you can go and find the easiest way to get those details, and that's what we did here with this quick drawing tool. So it's a matter of learn it the hard way first, so that the easy way will be
Way easier.
100 times easier when you do get it. That was kind of the premise of why I took and made a 3-video series instead of just going straight for the fib speed fan.
Yeah, and guys, don't forget we do have that webinar up if anybody's interested in learning how to find supply and demand in these key levels and how I trade supply and demand in these key levels. Definitely go in depth in that. I think it's about an hour and 45 minutes, so it go over a lot of examples. You see me chart ES live, chart NQ live. It's definitely a good one.
Oh yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna call it a day. I've done very well.
Nice. Good job, Jeremy. Yeah, I'm going to call it a day in a couple minutes, too.
Grab
Because I got that meeting.
Coffee and maybe something to eat, and I'm gonna get my butt to work.
Nice. What, are you going to make any more videos today?
I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try and get into. I got like projects that kind of sidetrack and stack up. It's like, oh, squirrel. You know?
Yeah.
So like, I know there's some demand for some Bollinger Band stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
there's a couple of videos, and I'm gonna go and rewatch them because I forgot about those things that Sig just shared in the chat there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go through those and see if there's anything I can add to it before I go and do one. So I'm
Hey,
gonna watch those and
check this
I'll
out.
run with it.
Check this out. NASDAQ. Big move out of supply.
Yeah, we're stacking up a whole bunch of stuff. Amazon's bullish as
But
F right now.
the Dow, what? Nah, Dow just came back to its area of interest. We might bounce again. This is tough, guys. I wouldn't chase anything here other than longs, of course, but
I'm throwing I'm picking up some sector rotation on oil producers, and it's starting to come together now. One I'm looking at with the wheel trade now, the options volume is very low on this thing, but it's still working. WTI.
nice.
And I've been selling calls and puts on that now for going on the 4th week now. And so far my cost basis is like 310, so it's not bad. I could do a lot better with some other equities, but I want position in rotation on energy, and that's, I think, one that's kind of leading the charge, so to speak, is oil producers.
Yeah. Alright, so guys, see what we're seeing here on ES is we're seeing, again, here ES and NQ, here's another example of divergence. So NQ created a higher high outside of supply after it broke it, while ES is creating a lower high right now because it didn't break these previous highs. That's some divergence right there, and it's still inside supply on ES. But NASDAQ just so strong. Yeah, some great trades, some great examples today, guys. Really great. Some live trades, some live moves, all that. Very good.
Heck yeah, good stuff.
And you see what else is causing this divergence, guys? The Dow is. The Dow is going lower right now, which I believe is what's holding ES a bit lower than creating its higher highs. So we'll see how this works out, because also don't forget this the Dow is now in an old supply that can now work as demand. So we could maybe see a pullback, and on NQ maybe see a pullback back to this range, right? Because remember, once we break a range, a lot of times we like to go back and retest. So let's see if we break this range, come back and retest it. See if I get that to stick onto anything. Let's go right here. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a close up here and a pullback, retest, and go higher. And we'll have to see what everything else is doing too. Because remember, divergence usually signifies some type of reversal. And Q pushing higher. And Q doesn't have another supply till up there. I have a weekly, but let me see. I could be wrong. Let me double check.
Yeah, it's funny,
Nope, that's it. Was that?
I was walking that fund manager through that strategy, and he chose Apple to do it on. And went and did like a year and a half ago blind into it. So like doing the back test.
Yeah.
And doing back test with options is kind of cool. So I walked him through it, and then just kind of told him what the premise is and what trades I would take on that previous Apple price data and options data.
Cool.
And blind, I had no recollection of the price action for that particular week he chose. It was like a year and a half ago or something.
Yeah.
Just going on what was working with the options chain and what was working with price action. Nailed 14% ROI, return on risk, in a week.
Wouldn't that be ROR?
ROR, yeah. So essentially per outlay dollar in the strategy, 14% in a week on Apple, just flipping the short legs over and over again on weeklies.
Nice.
It was incredible. He's like, what have I been doing with my life? Yeah. So kind of neat to be able to do that. Go and be a guy who goes and talks to a fund manager about something that he hasn't tried before, and just have him be absolutely floored.
All right, guys, let's see.
All right, then. Well, I'm going to sign off, man. I'll see you all tomorrow. I can leave my grid going here, but I'm going to reboot my Webull because the price action's acting a little weird. These candles are erroneous. I mean, they're not accurate. So I got to figure that out.
Do your thing, bro.
I'll pull it down and I'll get that going later, and I'll leave it running all day. You'll see me fiddling with it and stuff. If I need that screen for anything else, of course, I got to take it off of the feed occasionally. So.
All right, YouTube, thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you all learned something. This was another great trading day. Had some great trade examples. You guys caught this short. I don't know if you guys personally caught this short live, but I called this short out live. I also called this long out live, which did work out too. I personally didn't take that trade, but did catch that bottom, which is awesome. And yeah, look at that. So you see how this key level daily held up perfectly? That's something else I would look for. See how it held as resistance, we sold off, we broke above it, now we're holding as support, and we might get another move higher. Alright, with that being said, YouTube, we are logging off. Thank you again for joining us. I would appreciate if you guys drop a like before you leave, subscribe, and we are here every morning. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Happy trading.